Hey everybody, very good morning. Welcome back to the pre-market outlook session, which is going to be a final day for this week. And of course, the second session for this October series. And we are going to have the full first week of October from Monday onwards. So anyhow, based on the first day of footing by our markets, what happened and all might have been experienced by all our traders and investors. So based on the first day of October's experience, we can observe a great thing that the market started on a positive note and even ended with the same, like for the September, but with the higher strength and higher the behavior based characteristics when compared to the September ones. So based on the first session of October's movement and the levels it has formed, we can have the easy way of approach based on the first day of that means high and low points that can be considered as a breaking point where you should actually get the direction for the market by deciding on the same. So that is what we wanted to make you all aware that once the market closes above the high or low, closes below the low or closes above the high means where one can find the chances for making the same direction, but only one thing you need to wait for that the consecutive close, whether it is happening or not, should be monitored. If it is giving a consecutive close on either side, there onwards you can find the direction. Maybe a retracement kind of activities also be expected, but the risky traders who are all actually indulging with market activities in a higher manner, so those can be immediately following the direction where the confirmation like a below close or a above close for consecutive trading days. So that is what the first thing as a strategic based one we want to share with you all. Then what? After making these strategies as a first priority one should actually follow the trend and levels for that to decide. What is that level and what is the trend you can follow means, see, based on the trend, the current trend is actually being positive with an intention to reverse, but not at confirm in a full manner. So the trend currently you are having as a positive one. In the mindset, you can see the levels next. What are the levels should be noted means, since it has strongly held the 24,400 from the positional perspective, the Nifty can be watched out or approached in the way of building the long positions, whether it is index based one or any stock based one. So based on this 24,400, one can build the longs. As long as it is holding this particular level, nothing to worry about the bearish trend, because the bearish trend not in the market now. And of course, from the immediate positional basis, that means within a short period of ultra short term period of 5 days or 10 days until 15 days or so, you can take the level of 24,600 on closing basis. So that's also can be treated as an immediate support zone, or where the buying is going to be emerging when the market is trying to fall down again. So there also one can actually keep the eye on building the longs for gaining at least in a moderate way. So the 24,600 would be acting as the support for this particular periodicity. And once it reaches above 25,145 level on closing basis, as like before we have discussed, that would be a great chance for building more high positions in the long side, and where market is expected to inch towards 25,600 or 25,800 even for the month of October. But on the ultra short term basis, once the market closes above 25,000 as a psychological one, where you can expect 25,150 and 25,300 as the next target for the market. Even 25,500 also can be added if it is keep inching up. So that is the ultra short term based trend and level we can follow. So that is what the strategy and trend finding at finally it can be on the levels following. Okay, we can actually see how the day's behavior going to be on the Nifty side. For the 3rd of October, the markets are expected to open again on the flat note, but the strength, what it has gained in the first session is being strong now as of now, and it is expected to even constructed manner can increase. And for that, one has to actually follow the first 1 hour trading where it is really giving, because the first 1 hour trading, if it is staying above the 24,700 level, means one can actually have the strength for making long building positions. And if it is actually keep moving higher, means the 24,900 to 25,000 would be acting as a resistance zone for the day, where one can actually reduce by the way of booking the profits. Until otherwise it is closing below in any important time frame like a 15 minutes starting below the level of 24,700. And even though it is closing below also, the 24,600 is coming as a immediate supporting point for the market if it is trying to fall. So anyhow, the supports are very near and very stronger and more very frequent. So there is no worry for the long builders, but the short builders should be take care of their positions. If you are already holding some shorts, means it would be better to utilize any lows if the market is witnessing that to reduce your positions. That's it. From the sectors front, the sectors like energy side, automobile, importantly because of the sales data, and metals, real estate. Apart from the auto, second preference can be given for the real estate oriented stocks. And finally, it would be on the banking side, including several private banks started its rally actually for the short term based one. And public sector banks also from the mid cap space particularly can also be focused. So these are the sectors we are expecting to impact on markets movement today. On stocks front, the stocks like Hero MotoCorp, Maruti Suzuki, TVS Motor, and Saman Capital, and KRBL. These kind of stocks can be watched out by the day traders to have an enhanced opportunities in terms of trading on either side. So all the positional based and day based strategies have been discussed, and overall the behavior based one outcomes already market gave in a positive manner, so that can be have in mind, and based on the strength it has already garnered, so that can be utilized for making further positions and decision on continuing your positions. Keeping stop loss would be very important to protect your capital as long as to enjoy the better risk and reward ratio. That's it from today's part in terms of pre-market discussion we can have. So we can see the queries are falling down, so that can be addressed now. Brigade outlook actually based on the real estate sector's positivity, the brigade also can be expected to perform well. But for that, it should actually currently it is being consolidated for the recent 2 sessions. And because of this consolidation, it should actually break above 900 at least in the opening, or otherwise after open, you should break 908 level to have a continued trend on the same side. Otherwise, the consolidation may be taking place to continue for the day also. And the support, as long as it is maintaining 885 and followed with the 880 level, until it is trading above these particular levels, the consolidation may be continuing, or otherwise the possibilities for building long positions can also be increased. So that can be watched out. If you are holding the position, you can continue hold by keeping this stop loss. On the higher side, the 808 breakout once the stock experienced means afterwards that target of 930 can be expected. So the after breaking out the 908 as a resistance point. The stock is having 930 will be the next one to be watched out. So that's it for Brigade. And Cochin Shipyard is the query now. We can see because the shipping companies have somewhat shown strength in the recent trading sessions. Anyhow, the Cochin Shipyard, after feeding the resistance around the zone of 1950, it is now standing around 1860. So it would be better to concentrate on building long if it is even coming below to the current price, and where the support is actually lying around 1800 as a final support for the day. So it is very rare to see the 1800 in today's trade. If it is doing that, or if it is giving that point of 1800 by the way of drifting down, it would be a great opportunity to build the long, because the stock already got confirmation about the reversing, and until it is holding the level of 1750, the stock would be only eyed on the positive side, and the bullish run can be expected until it is reaching the or breaking the resistance zone of 1950 to 2000 zone. So that can be utilized for building long. And next query will be on the CDSL. See, from the CDSL, for the short term, the query has been asked. See, the CDSL is still trading with a neutral manner, but the bias is still actually lying with the negative side. If it is trying to move higher towards 1500 or 1530 even, may attract some selling. There you should also follow sell on raise strategy for the CDSL. And if you are holding the position, it would be better to apply that strategy, because the CDSL, until it is actually breaking the zone of 1600 level, it is actually expected to consolidate with a weaker manner only, with a sell on strategy basis. And until then, the supports, if you are holding huge positions, means 1430 can be treated as a immediate support for the stock. If it breaks this level, further downside can be also expected. So that would be better to keep the support and try to utilize any highs if it is giving to reduce your positions. So that's the queries we have addressed. So we can conclude today's session, and we'll meet again in Monday's pre-market session. Anyhow, the weekly based market outlook session will be conducted on Saturday as usual, and that would be on around 11:30. So anyhow, thank you for your participation in today's session. We wish everyone to have a productive trading day. Bye-bye.